Good morning. I want to thank you guys for having me here this morning. I'm humbled to be standing in front of you today. Pastor Greg asked me at the beginning of the year if I would do this at some point this year, and a couple weeks ago he came to me, and here I am. I'm going to speak to you guys a little bit about service today. As you know, some of you know by my introduction, I'm a Vista volunteer. I'm one of 5 Vistas serving here at TLU in a grant called Partnership for a Better Seguin. And really the purpose of why the Vistas are here on TLU's campus is to build a partnership between the campus here at TLU and the city of Seguin. And whether that be with different organizations in Seguin or the community at large. One of the things that was identified was that a lot of the folks here on campus, students, faculty, weren't reaching out, or there was a disconnect between the campus and the community. So I'm a third-year Vista. Vistas work in 3-year increments, and I'm in the 3rd year of our grant. And I serve at Teatro de Artes of Juan Seguin. I'm going to stump a little bit for Teatro de Artes right now. And this is my salesman coming out at me, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But Teatro de Artes is an organization that has existed in Seguin for 30 years. It's actually, in its inception, used to give classes and instruction here on campus at TLU. Teatro is an organization that promotes culture, Mexican culture, here in Seguin and to our youth of Seguin. One of the things we teach is baile folclórico, which is Mexican folk dancing, and conjunto. Conjunto is a truly Texan culture. It is a Tejano art. It was created here in Texas, and it is not something that you can learn from a book. It is passed down from generation to generation. So it is uniquely Tejano, and I'm happy to be serving there at an organization that has existed for 30 years. It has been so far a great experience. So I have a quote that's up. Ko taku ruru, ko tau ruru, ka ora te tangata. With my resources and your resources, everyone will benefit. This is a proverb of the Maori people of New Zealand. And this weekend I was looking at different quotes and I was doing a little research to speak to you guys today. And this is one of the things that stood out to me as service. When we collaborate with each other on different projects, when we can share who we are with other people, great things can happen. My journey to service has been not your straight path, you know. I would say my journey to higher education hasn't been your most traditional at that either. Most of you guys probably took the traditional route, graduated high school in 4 years, immediately came to college, and are going to graduate college in 4 years and then go move on to your careers. I did not take that route. I finished high school. I went and worked in the private sector for a couple years, and through the help of a friend of mine, I was brought back to education, and she literally took me to campus and signed me up for college, at that time a community college. And when I got to college, you know, I thought I knew what I was going to do. You know, I was going to get my degree, I was going to make money, I was going to be able to help my family that way, you know. I had it all set up, you know, that I was going to make all this money, and as soon as I graduated from college, right, that was my dream. Well, that didn't happen. I got to campus, and I realized that I got really involved on campus. I got involved with some social justice projects. I got involved with promoting higher education to youth. I got involved in, I was co-chair of an organization on campus as well. And I really became like involved in service. Like I just totally gave everything I had, every minute that I had. I wasn't working, and I was just going to school, so I gave everything. I gave so much that I forgot about school. And I think sometimes that can happen when you feel passionate about something. So I had to stop going to school. And at that time, one of the things that I decided to do was, because I had given so much, I felt that I needed to start looking out for myself. I felt that I had spent 2 years of just like going to school and giving through service, and I didn't really focus on what was the most important thing, which was bettering myself to be able to help others. I didn't realize this at the time. So what I did is I started working, and I just worked as much as I could. I started out in sales, and if you don't have a college degree, the thing you're going to work in, one of the biggest industries to work in is sales. I mean, it's gonna bring you right in, and you're gonna. I mean, to me, I started at the very, very bottom of sales. I sold sneakers at a shoe store. I ended up becoming the manager of that store, and then I sold cell phones. And then from cell phones, I moved on to vehicles, to big ticket sales. All these things, the sales industry taught me a lot, but it also taught me that, well, it showed me that I was focusing a lot of my energy in maybe not the most productive areas. When you work for money, when you're doing things just because you need the money, it doesn't fill your heart. And that was one of the things that I realized very quickly. I ended up doing sales for about 4 years, and I had great months. I had bad months. But one of the things that kept coming through was I spent so much time doing these things for money that I wasn't filling my heart, and I wasn't seeing my family. It wasn't until about 3 years ago when a friend of mine came to me and asked me to volunteer for an organization called Power of Hope. Power of Hope is an organization that I work for in the summer times. We do youth empowerment through the arts, and we do it for high school age kids. Power of Hope literally changed my life. My friend, another friend of mine, took me to this camp with her, and I volunteered a month of my summer to work at this camp for no pay. And it was through that I realized what my calling was, and it was to work with youth, to work in a leadership environment with young people. I have a quote up from Dr. Seuss. It says, "Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not." This spoke to me because a lot of us, we sometimes ignore what's going on around us. We focus a lot on what's going on inside, what's going on what's in front of us, and we forget the people that are around us. Last year was my first year serving with AmeriCorps. I served in my hometown. It was something that I was super happy to do, working in a school right around the corner from my house. I served as a reading tutor for AmeriCorps. And coming from the summer of service that I did with Power of Hope, and then going into the year of service, my first year of service with AmeriCorps, was one of the most amazing things that has happened to me. I was able to really, I identified through service my passion. And then last year I was able to through service again, concentrate on what I really wanted to do. And my AmeriCorps experience has been nothing but great. I have served for the past now about 13 months with AmeriCorps, and I've committed to be another year here in Seguin. What service has done for me, what AmeriCorps has done for me on another level is it's allowed me to work in a place. It has gave me real work experience in a place where I might have not gotten that. I still have yet to. My goal at the end of my AmeriCorps service is to finish my college education. I haven't done that yet. At the end of my service with AmeriCorps, I plan to go back to college. And through service, I was able to fulfill that. It's been one of the great things that's happened in my life. You know, you can do a lot of things in your life. You can do things for money. You can do things for other reasons. But when you really, really serve, when you serve with people, you meet great folks. You get to do things that you're passionate about, and you get to really experience what it is to work in the environment that you really want to work in. I have a closing quote that I want to show you guys. And it's Winston Churchill, which surprises me all the time. It says, we make a living by what we get. But we make a life by what we give. If you guys have an opportunity to serve in any capacity, whether it's coming to Teatro and volunteering with me, we could use you. Whether it's on campus through another organization, I would challenge you guys to go out there and do that. Sometimes it's not the best thing. Sometimes we don't want to wake up and at 8 o'clock in the morning and go volunteer somewhere. But I will assure you that it will fill your heart and you will meet great people. I want to thank you guys for having me this morning. It's so far here in Seguin, it's been a wonderful experience. The people of TLU and the people of Seguin have been all great. And I hope that you guys can get out into the community and meet some of those great folks. Thank you.